Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump has won the 2024 election and is set to become the 47th president of the United States. Today we delve into what this may mean for electric vehicles, batteries, and their supply chains in the US. President Joe Biden's landmark climate legislation and industrial policies such as the Inflation Reduction Act and the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law will now be a key focus following Trump's win. The IRA led to some $110 billion in investments in the EV and battery sectors. This includes around $22 billion in investments for mining projects and cathode and anode projects across the country. Yet Trump has regularly stated his support for the fossil fuel industry and criticized the IRA, especially its EV tax credits.
So Donald Trump has reportedly promised to scrap pro-EV rules, mandates, and has regularly criticized the IRA's tax policy, especially Section 30D, which provides a tax credit, and these tax credits are crucial for the uptake of EVs in the US. He has also criticized some parts of the bipartisan infrastructure law, including the EV charging investment program, which aims to build a national network of EV charging stations. So we could expect, I would say, stronger headwinds and potentially a lower EV adaptation under a Trump administration compared to a Harris administration.
If he secures a majority in both the Senate and the House, this could strengthen Trump's ability to repeal legislation, including parts of President Biden's signature Inflation Reduction Act. Still, repealing or altering the IRA might face opposition from Republican lawmakers, many of whom have benefited from investments in their states.
Although he could be faced with Republican opposition. Mainly Republican states have significantly benefited from clean tech investments resulting from the Inflation Reduction Act. Watering down or canceling these investments would affect the US catch-up efforts vis-a-vis China and also weaken the US vis-a-vis China more generally.
And although Trump is not in support of the IRA, domestic critical mineral production is likely to still have a place in his administration.
So given the national security significance and the bipartisan support for bolstering domestic critical mineral supply chain, funding which is related to critical minerals and mining projects could remain unaffected under a second Trump administration.
Trump has promised to put 60% or higher tariffs on all goods imported from China, which could have significant impacts for the battery supply chain and the broader economy.
Taking him at his word, tariffs on everything the US imports would be quite self-harming. Much of the goods that America imports are intermediate goods used in the production of other things. So basically a tariff on everything is not just a direct tax on consumption of final products in America that are imported, but also it's putting production costs up on pretty much everything that they make, which has any kind of imported part. Higher import prices lends itself to higher inflation, which then lends itself to higher interest rates, and that will drag on US growth.
Finally, Trump is also likely to weaken US Environmental Protection Agency standards on air pollution, which could impact electric vehicle demand. Under Biden, the EPA set strict pollution standards for passenger cars, light-duty trucks, and medium-duty vehicles for model years 2027 through 2032 and beyond. Still, this could take time.
So a future Trump administration could potentially weaken or reverse the Environmental Protection Agency standards, emission reduction standards, like the first administration did, Trump administration. However, rolling back these standards takes time, typically years. So, moreover, another thing to keep in mind is that some federal states have already implemented stringent emission standards and EV adoption programs beyond federal control.